Hello, everyone. This is Hannah from Hannah's Decodes, and today I have the lovely Karen Walker, who's a massage therapist and has been. I've been a client of Karen's for a couple of years now, and she's worked wonders on my ailing neck and back and all my aches and pains. So she's been amazing. And Karen also introduced me to breathwork, which has been really transformational for me. So I just thought I'd hand it over to Karen and she can introduce herself and maybe a little bit about how she got into massage and all these great techniques that help people. So over to you, Karen.
Thanks, Hannah. It's great to be here. Yeah, look, I've been doing body work, remedial massage therapy, little bit of exercise science thrown in there as well for decades now. I guess I just got into it. I was looking for something different career from merchant banking. So it was quite a different step to take. But here we are later on.
Fantastic.
And yeah, look, in the last 8 or so years, I've been doing a technique called Be Activated. And Be Activated is a way of looking at the body. It's fantastic because it's all measurable. So what you do is you test, and then you do the activations and then you retest, and results are measurable and they're immediate generally. But the biggest part of the work and the basis all starts with the breathing. And the breathing is really powerful.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So, there's two main priorities really in the body, and the two main priorities are breathing and moving. We don't survive otherwise. So the body, it being as incredible as it is, it finds a way. So what we find is, in a perfect scenario, we're all moving from a state of energy that is expanding and is explosive. So it comes out from our core, out through our arms and our legs, through our limbs. But because of environmental, physical, and more and more increasingly in our society, stress and mental sort of impingements on the body, we're all in some sort of level of imploding. So instead of being expanding and exploding, we're collapsing and imploding. So the breathing really, really helps and will shift that. And it's something that it's an easy thing that we can all learn and we can all do. And it has untold results. You can look up the benefits of diaphragmatic breathing, or easily understood as belly breathing. In no particular order, it decreases your heart rate, once you're in that state, when you get, you can do the belly breathing well, and you get into what's called the parasympathetic side of your nervous system. You got decreased heart rate, decreased blood pressure, increased blood oxygenation, which is really, really important. So that enables more blood to flow through your body. And that's why when people are on the table, they often are quite surprised or excited or even alarmed because they get lightheaded after doing the breathing. But that's just it's oxygen, extra oxygen to the brain.
Yeah.
And that's because they've just opened a pathway so that they can use all of their lung in that moment rather than just breathing from the chest and being in this state of fight, flight, or freeze, modern day freeze. So, yeah, so sorry, oxygenation's a big one. You get warmth in your hands and feet. It increases energy, motivation, increases concentration, and therefore decreases stress and allows the body to move more into a state more often with practice of healing and recuperation. So the breathing is really, really, really powerful. And I often, clients probably will sometimes think, oh, why am I doing this breathing? I came here for a massage. But it only takes 5-10 minutes at the very outset. And it really gets a person just down into that relaxation state very quickly. And so the rest of the treatment is just so more effective, and you can get better results with your clients because they're already in this decrease, what I've just mentioned, the benefits are in this decreased state. And often I say to people, now you're home. And that might not seem to make sense, but if you're on the table, I don't know if you understand, I'd imagine, Hannah, you know exactly what I mean, because you've been there, you've done the breathing, and when I say now you're home, you're in this state where your mind's not in this chaotic frenzy of thought, and you're actually in your body again. Like, so at the our modern society, we're in our heads all the time. We're not in our body. And that's what people probably need to understand, or they don't understand. Everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people now do understand that what's in their mind affects their body. You've got the mind-body connection, But equally as important, what's in the body is also in the mind. So that's where this work comes into it. You're actually getting influencing, by influencing the body through the treatment, you're also influencing the mind. So it just leads to homeostasis and well-being, increased vitality, and just a chance for the body to heal. And that when I say heal, I mean physically, sure, often, but emotionally heal as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you a little story before this morning when I was getting ready, and you're my first kind of interview, which is so exciting. I felt a little bit
for me.
Yeah, I felt a little bit nervous, and I thought, why do I feel nervous? I've known Karen for about 12 years or something. I don't know how long we've known each other. I thought, this is really silly. So I did the breath work. I thought, well, just start sort of, walking the talk a bit, and it really just, made me feel very centered and kind of grounded. And I could start feeling my feet. It was quite interesting, that deep belly breathing. You start to come into your body a lot more, I find, and just immediately relaxed. And then I thought, that's all good. Yeah, it definitely made a big difference. So it was something I've, I think you saw my other video. I'm consciously trying to do a lot more during the day, just to when I think of it. And that's sort of been a little bit of a challenge for me, but I'm doing it more and more, because it's I'm starting to put up my little symbols around the house just to remind
what a great idea.
So no, that's a
beautiful
great
stuff.
It's a beautiful explanation of breath and breathing, and the benefits of it. I think it's something so important. And a couple of months ago, I saw something on social media. I can't remember where or what the study was, but it was someone talking about studies of looking at the breath and how we breathe like 100 years ago, and how many breaths people breathed in a minute. And it was much less than what we breathe now. Something like back 100 or more years ago, we were breathing sort of 10 breaths a minute, and now we breathe 24. So we're doing that sort of shallow breathing. And I think,
yes,
you know,
all in the chest.
yeah. And you know, a long time ago, people might have been more relaxed and just doing that big belly breath a lot more, and maybe being outdoors and being more physical or something. And yeah, so that, I thought that was really interesting, that potentially, you know, our whole breathings change with our lifestyle.
Yeah, it is very interesting, isn't it? That they could look at it in that way. But yeah, definitely it plays into the fact that back when back when I was just starting to study the body back in the 90s, they used to just teach fight or flight, that we had a fight or flight response. So, and that's when your sympathetic nervous system, you need that breathing, heavy breathing, and you need that rush of, adrenaline to get you away from, tiger or whatever. But then afterwards, you would come back into this state of recovery. But in the modern society now, they teach it's not fight or flight, it's fight, flight, or freeze, because increasingly we're in a state of freeze. You're caught in traffic, or you're in a meeting with a boss. We're using social media so much that you were frozen. You can't release any of those emotions. They're just continually building on top of one another. And that's why the breath work is also an amazing tool to combat that. And it's not something that takes long either. You can just really build it slowly into your lifestyle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I remember, when I've been in your clinic and we do the breath work. So do you want to just talk how when you describe to your clients what you do? You breathe in, is it 4 seconds, breathe out? What's your...
Oh, well, actually, Hannah, we try to keep it very simple. I mean, there's so many different breathing methods, and they all have different merits. And if you get right into it, you can really go to those different methods: yogic breathing, box breathing, to name them. That's a couple. There's so many of them, but just keep it very simply, and it's breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, and initiate. Just trying to initially get that initiation in the belly, and limit. Not immediately stop the movement in the chest, but limit the movement in the chest. Yeah, so it's just 4 instructions: in through the nose, out through the mouth.
Yeah, and consciously getting it.
Chest.
Yeah,
and then of course I use a few little techniques where we kind of do the breath more in through the mouth and out through the mouth, like do very deep. That's just to try when people are struggling to just try and get that. Because often people are either stuck on the in-breath or the out-breath, or both.
Right.
Yeah, so, but yeah, just keep it simple to start, but then obviously there's a whole world of different breathing, like amazing things that people do, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
But keeping it simple is definitely good starting point. Yeah.
So deep breath and focusing on the belly and getting the belly full of air, psychologically almost. Yeah.
Just I always tell people just to start at their own pace. Like you don't have to take a massive breath. You don't have to take just in through the nose out through the mouth.
Yeah.
And then you can put your, you have a digit just under your navel, and you can sometimes suck it in through the mouth, like you're blowing up through a straw.
Yeah.
And fill the belly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Fantastic.
I think it's easier laying down to start with, but then it becomes much easier as you go along to sitting, standing, wherever.
Yep. Fantastic. That's great information, and you know, I think I've heard someone else talk about, as we're in this busy world, just how important the breath is to get us, like you said, out of that fight or flight kind of mode and be more sort of present in our bodies. So I think that's lovely to hear. So thank you so much. That's amazing. Is there anything else you'd like to share about the breath?
Just that I think it's just a way to be proactive with your health rather than reactive all the time.
Yeah,
I think that's a good way of looking at it, and that's what we're kind of aiming to do with all the other sort of things that we're trying to increase our natural health, and just move away from being on a lot of medications sometimes, or just being proactive rather than reactive all the time, trying to put a Band-Aid on everything as it comes along.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Great. And where, so your business is called Massage Time, that's right?
Yeah. Massage Time is sometimes Sydney Massage Time. We're based in Kirrawee. We have a home-based business. It's a dedicated spot, separate, but and we're contactable. I can give you emails and the phone numbers, that sort of thing.
Okay, and I can put them underneath the heading or the title. I'm kind of underneath the video. I'll put them there. Oh, that's been fantastic. And I just say I greatly benefited from it. So, and it's something that I'll continue to do for the rest of my life. I think so beneficial. So I think that's been fantastic, and thank you so much for coming and sharing all your knowledge and information, and it's I'm sure it's great for people to hear. So thank you again.
Well, thank you. It's really pleasing that you've got so much out of it, and it's just getting the message out there. I mean, the breathing's just fantastic. It's like the work I'm doing. I'm a facilitator. It's really the person's, they heal themselves. It's their body, and it's not just healing. It's increasing athletic performance. Whatever the person needs, the breathing is a great tool for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And, the body will do the work. It's just pushing the right buttons, so to speak. And then,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much. And I hope this benefits a few people out there. And I'll see you soon, Karen, and I'll see everyone else soon.
We'll get out in nature soon, hopefully.
Yes, again. You have another walk in the national park would be beautiful. Okay, so I'll end the